Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is time to read a story with Gabby. Chapter 2. Dink and Josh ran down the path. A couple of minutes later, they heard voices and followed them to the lake. They found all the other kids sitting on tree stumps arranged in a big circle. In the center was a ring of rocks surrounding a pile of wood. A few yards away, a dock jutted out into the lake. There were several canoes piled upside down on the dock. Paddles stuck out from beneath each canoe. Ruth Rose had saved 2 stumps, so Dink and Josh sat on either side of her. "You are too late," Ruth Rose said. "You are too late," Ruth Rose said in a whisper. "Bad Moose Boys." Suddenly, a loud whistle pierced the air. Angie was standing on a stump with her whistle in her mouth. "Welcome to Detective Camp," she said. "Whenever you hear a whistle like this, you need to stop what you're doing and listen. Later, you'll be getting daily schedules. For now, the guys and I want to tell you what to expect over the next week." She turned and pointed toward the dock. "No one is allowed on the dock or near the canoes unless you're with a counselor," Angie went on. "You'll get a chance to swim or canoe every day, starting tomorrow." Luke took over next. "Each day, you'll also get a chance to do other camp activities, like crafts, nature walks, stuff like that," he said. "You'll also learn detective skills from a real detective." Wow. A lot of the kids whistled and clapped at the word detective. "You're expected to do I almost said champ. "You're expected to do camp chores too," Luke continued. "What kind of chores?" a girl with a long ponytail asked. "Like dishes and stuff?" No dishes, Jade. No dishes, Jade. But you're expected to keep your bunks neat," Angie said. "And we sweep the cabins every day. Some of you may want to feed the chickens and collect eggs. We even have a vegetable garden. if you like getting your hands dirty. Anyway, the chores don't take long, and you can switch around so no one gets bored. When do we eat? Josh asked, getting a laugh. Mealtimes are sacred around here, Buzzy said. Mario is the cook, and he won't wait for latecomers. Breakfast is at 8, lunch at noon, and supper is promptly at 5 o'clock. We eat outside on the picnic tables by the barn, unless the weather is bad, Angie added. If it rains, we don't eat. Most of the kids went silent and stared at her. Are you kidding? Josh asked. Angie grinned. Josh asked. Angie grinned. Yes, we eat in the barn if it rains. So that's another chore. To help carry the picnic tables inside if the weather looks bad. When you're not doing these camp things, you'll have free time to relax. Write letters, home, whatever. Luke said. Okay, any more questions? Wait, Luke, Buzzy said. We forgot to tell them the most important thing. Oh yeah? What's that? Luke asked with a big grin on his face. The marvelous mystery map, Buzzy said. Detective Rob will explain it all later. For now, we just want to clue you in that there'll be a treasure hunt with a really cool prize. Awesome! A bunch of kids yelled. One more thing before we head up to the barn, Angie said. This'll be fun. Be fun. Break up into your 3 cabin groups. We want each group to decide on a cabin cheer. Try to keep it under 15 words. Later, each cabin will get to yell out their cheer. Okay, get busy. You've got 10 minutes. The kids all scrambled around to sit with their cabin mates. Dink and Josh and the other 6 boys from Moose Cabin sat under a shady pine tree. This is so cool, Hunter said. I've never been to camp before. Does anyone have any ideas for a cheer? Asked Billy. How about putting in something that rhymes with moose? Said Ian, one of the twins. Yeah, like noose or goose or loose, his brother added. Or juice, said Josh. Or caboose, added Campbell. What about this? Dink said. Hey, I am a moose. I drink my juice. At night, I sleep in my caboose. That's 16 words, Duke said. I have an idea, Campbell said. Moosey's rock, Moosey's roll, Moosey's rule, Moosey's roll, Moosey's rule. I like that better than mine, Dink said. Everyone else does too, Josh said, grinning at Dink. Let's take a vote. If you like Campbell's idea, raise your hand. 8 hands flew into the air. Okay, time's up, everyone, Angie announced a few minutes later. If you didn't finish, you'll have time to get together with your cabin mates before supper tonight. Now we'll head over to the barn and the lodge so you can meet the Darbys. In a long straggling line, the kids followed the 3 counselors back along the path. Did your cabin finish making a cheer? Dink asked Ruth Rose. No, Ruth Rose said, but we have some good ideas. We did our cheer, Dink said. You did? Tell me, Ruth Rose begged. Both boys shook their heads. You'll have to wait, Josh teased.